Hello and welcome to In the Game, Qatar's first sports podcast. And I'm so proud of that. I really am. It's just an amazing, amazing feeling, especially when we have guests like you, Michael, that's come on the show. Everybody, and I can do this, everybody, this is Michael Zeman. He is just incredible, and I'm so privileged. We're so privileged to have you on the show today. So welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you very much, Steve. Salam alaikum, everyone. Good afternoon, Doha. It's a big honor for me to be on your show. Thank you very much for the invitation. And
Thank you for coming on. I'll tell you honestly, when we were on a podcast with our friend, and he's going to be listening. I know he's going to be listening, Bosco, and he's going to be sending some messages to us. I'm sure. If you're not listening, Bosco, it was only because we've got Michael on the show because he was so good on your show. So that's the thing. So he'll be sending us some messages soon, I'm sure. But Michael, can we start? And I wanted to look up in. I wanted to ask you a question. Normally I ask people their story, but I'm going to ask you a different one today. And I'm going to say, how does it feel being Bayern Munich's #1 fan?
You said I don't say I'm Bayern Munich #1 fan. A couple of people or the media said that to me that I'm the #1 fan. Okay, that's your opinion. I said for me, I'm a normal fan. I support Bayern Munich over 45 years, and I go in the stadium with my outfit like that, and other people maybe only with a shirt or with a hat. It doesn't matter. We are all Bayern Munich fans, and when you say I'm Bayern Munich fan, thank you. And for me, I said I'm a normal fan, like Jürgen Klopp. I'm the normal one. That is.
Look, everybody can see you. You're a special one. Okay, that is. You really are. It's very good, and I love watching. I love looking through all your posts and your pictures and images. I'm going to go back to my original question that I ask every guest right now, and the question that I asked is, what was your story, Michael? How did this all come about?
Yeah, when I was young, I played soccer on the pitch, and everyone will be a player. For me, it was Gerd Müller. It was the big striker, the world striker, and on the pitch I was Gerd Müller. And in the 70s, end of the 70s, I lived near Stuttgart, and they go up in the first league, in the Bundesliga, and Bayern Munich were there, and my cousin said, "Do you want to go?" I said, yes, I want to see Gerd Müller. And we go there, and the game was 3-3. Gerd Müller makes 2 goals. This was, for me, was absolutely incredible. It was amazing. And then, I start with a jeans jacket with patches on, and then the jeans jacket was full. And in the 80s, we have a couple of coats in different colors, and I have this white coat here, and I think, okay, jacket is full. Why? You can put the patches on this coat. And I asked my mother, "Can you help me?" She said, "Yes, son, I help you." And now the coat is full. The coat is over 40 years old. So I think when I put the patches on, the coat will fall down. And then I start with the scarves here, and with the trousers, and Bayern Munich soccer boots. Yes, and now that's all the stuff. When I go to the stadium, I have this, and I'm feeling comfortable with that. And yeah, that is the story behind me.
And just give us an insight on where you've traveled in the world as a fan.
Yeah, I'm a season ticket holder from Bayern Munich, and I forgot the hat here, yes, and the headband, and yeah. I look for when Bayern Munich is playing, when we have 50 games this season. I think I see 30, 35 live, and Champions League, that's the best, to make a 3 days tour to Champions League in Europe. Or I was 4 times in Doha in the winter training camp. This was absolutely fantastic there. And when I have time, I have enough time, I go to Bayern Munich to see them playing. I have 565 kilometers each way from where I live near Cologne to go to Munich. So it's the whole Saturday is.
Let me just stop you there. Yeah. You have a round trip of over 500 kilometers to go to a game, and you're going to 30 odd games a season.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh my word!
Yeah, you can do it with a fan bus here in our area. There's a lot of Bayern Munich fan clubs, so you go there by bus. You get up at 3:00 in the morning, go at 5:00 to the bus, arrive at Munich at 1:00 afternoon. Then you visit friends, have fun, a couple of beers. The German bratwurst, one of the best in the world. Then you saw the game is finished, back to the bus, couple of beers, then it's back home, 3, 4, o'clock in the night. Yeah, that's it. So the whole Saturday is it's Bayern Munich then, and Sunday that's a day for my wife. Yeah.
And so where do you go? Where have you been around the world? You were telling me earlier about places that you've been.
Well, I think in Europe a couple of where Bayern Munich playing, I'd be there, and the best trips that I was in Morocco for the World Team Cup 2013 for 5 days. It was incredible. And then in Europe, I was in Liverpool and Glasgow. You know, you never walk alone. The stadium with the songs, and wow, I all get goosebumps when I think on that. It was Glasgow was 6 days. It was one of our best trips. The people are so friendly. It was absolutely incredible to be there, and but the language is very hard. The English, that's very different. But yeah, and yeah, friends over also in Japan and China. A couple. I was in the US 2019 to follow by Munich there for 10 days. We rent a car and we travel 4,200 kilometers by car in 10 days. So first we go to Chicago because that's another story. Maybe I can tell you later. And we go to Chicago to see Bastian Schweinsteiger play there. And from there we go to Houston, and this was 1,800 kilometers. One day we leave at 5 o'clock in the morning and arrive there at 2 o'clock at night.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes a lot of fun. You know, in America it's easy to drive. 80 miles, 5 lines straight on. So
That's incredible.
Yeah, you see, I'm looking a little bit dark, and my I don't know before my father, and I know he was in the U.S. Army, and in my brain was my father died in the Vietnam War, and I don't know why I have that in my brain, and maybe from my grandmother because my mother was working, and I grew up by my grandparents, and last December for 1 year I get a message over LinkedIn. Hello, I'm George. I met your mother in '64 and all this stuff, and I think you're my son. And I said, what? I write it back. Maybe that's bad mail or virus mail. I don't know. And then he sent me photos, and there was a person. It looks like me. He said, that's your brother. And now I'm 45 years later. I met my father in June. I was there for 14 days, and it was
Wow.
unbelievable. Yeah, and I have parents that is in Cary, North Carolina. My brother lives in Chicago, and 200 more people in the family, and that is yeah. So when this was unbelievable. They gave a hug, maybe 5 minutes, and everybody was crying, and then he told me he's searching for 20 years for me, and yeah, it's more than a story. That it's. I will send you a couple of photos after that over WhatsApp, and when you see my brother, you see that's me.
I bet they're so proud of you.
That was a big story, and he visited me last year here, and we want to go this year back to the States again, but yeah, Corona and this fantastic man in the States, yeah, then yeah.
I told you Bosco was going to be on. He's shouting out at the moment, hey, so proud to see you, my friend. Finally have a chat.
Hello, Bosco.
Yeah. Bosco is a legend. He is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Bosco. Thank you for listening.
That's it, yeah. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a brilliant guy. Now, on this front, so you've traveled all over the world, okay, visiting your football team.
That's it.
I noticed today on your website with all your images that you've had over 100,000 people visit that site, correct?
I think, yeah, that's a couple of people saw it, yeah. Makes me very proud. Thank you for
very proud.
That's really fantastic.
So, and then your social media side of things must be a full-time job in itself.
Yeah, I take a look for it, and I hope everybody enjoy it. And now at this time when not so much soccer is, I get a couple of people that said, "Can you make a talk like this?" And I had a talk with the Bayern fan club for a couple of weeks in India. That was for me absolutely fantastic. People that this guy was so happy and that he can speak with me. He said, "Please 60 minutes," and it was I think 100 minutes, no problem. And for me, it's fantastic to see people also in America or when they see me, they say, Bushman, when you're riding with people of a couple of years ago and then you see them the first time real, that's fantastic. And also maybe these people have the chance in their life, maybe 1 or 2 times to see Bayern Munich live in Munich in the Allianz Arena playing, and they give the support from so far away to Bayern Munich that it's opened my heart. That it's wow, it's really, really incredible, fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to bring one of your memories back. Okay, you were asked to tell me this story about when somebody asked you to go to Bayern Munich. You went somewhere.
This was wow. I think after that, my other life like this, it starts 2012. German TV station are searching for super fans from all the 18 teams in the German Bundesliga, and I get an email from a lady and said, "We want to invite you to Munich for the whole day." We go to the training center and a couple of surprises. I said, "Okay, I'm coming," and I was in Munich. So they meet us at the airport. And then an ex-Bayern Munich player, his name is Thomas Lund, is coming and said, "Hello." I said, "Oh, hello, here's your shirt. Super fan." And then said, "Do you have time now?" I said, "Yes." The lady said, "You give us the whole day, a couple of prizes, meet fans or other things." I said, "Yeah, no, we make other things. Look at this bag." I take a look. I said, "That's your bag." I said, "Yes, that's the same as yours." I said, "No, that's your bag." He opened it with my passport in and a couple of clothes and said, "Now we follow Bayern Munich now for 1 week in the winter training camp doha 2012." And I stay there and I look at him and tears are falling because for me, since 2010, I'm a retired person, and this was a trip for a couple of €1,000. No chance normally for me to do that. And I stay there and said, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "No." I said, "Okay, stop tears." And then we go, and all the Bayern Munich players are coming. I say, "Hello, we have the same plane with Bayern Munich, 150 people in." Oh, this was incredible. And then 1 week with my team near the pitch, directed the pitch to see. Wow, it was a fantastic, fantastic story. And the German TV make 2 parts of them in 45 minutes. And after that, when I go to the stadium, the people are coming, "Hi, Bushman, and want a photo," and all the stuff we speak of soccer. The media have interest to make a couple of reports in TVs, and it's absolutely fantastic. And 1 year later, we have the World Team Cup in Morocco, and we have a bus with a rented driver and the parking, and it was 900 meters to the stadium, from the parking place to the stadium, and it takes my friends and me 3 hours. 3 hours to reach the stadium. Everybody's coming, photo. And there's one lady with us, and they, "Bushman, finish." And they come, the people are so friendly. They ask, they know every Bayern player, and this was fantastic, really fantastic, yeah.
So, and again, and you were on the plane, and you were with all the players on the plane, right? When you came.
Yeah, but they're sitting business class, I'm only economy, but I get the same food like Bayern Munich. The Bayern Munich players, and not plastic. I get it on normal plates. And I remember the red wine, lamb, and potatoes, I think beans, and not like the small pieces that you get in the economic. Was 2 big pieces of meat, and it was the first time. "Thank you, I'm finished." That was it was really good. I remember that. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Did you ever? But it's incredible stories. And I was talking about your website, where I was saying that you've got 100,000 hits on your website. What about your other social media? How many friends have you? Okay, forget that. How many friends have you got around the world? It's like you must be getting messages from everybody.
I think I have I have my normal Facebook account under my name, Michael Zeman. I think 5,000 is finished. I don't know that before, more than 5,000, not more. And then a friend said, "Okay, now we make other side Bayern Bushman for only the photos." I said, "Yeah, do it." I think there are 5 or 6,000. Then I put Instagram account, and I think there are not so much 2,000, but a lot of contact, because there's a lot of fan clubs in the whole world. Argentina, Brazil make report. I know there are people, and it's fantastic to speak with the guys over soccer, and also in Indonesia. There are also a couple of great guys. I have on my trousers a patch from the fan club from Indonesia, and they send it to me, and I put it on my trousers, and they are so kind. They're so happy, and they are so proud that you put this patch on your trousers, and they come on. Your support Bayern Munich from so far away. That's absolutely fantastic. So Bayern Munich is all over the world, and this Mir Samir, this feeling, this family feeling is fantastic. So you have all the
And
same.
this is a stupid question, and people are going to say, "What are you asking this for?" And I am going to ask it. What does football mean to you?
Oh yeah, football means a lot for me. Um, Especially when I remember my bad illness, the burnout thing and depression and all this stuff in the 2008. I was 3 years at home, and one year I was very bad conditions. I was in the hospital, no soccer, everything. And in this area, in this time, a lot of people give me a call by telephone and ask, "Bushman, how are you? What's happened with you?" And this was, you see, not only the fan, also the human behind this outfit. And this was so fantastic. It gives me a lot of power to help me in this bad situation. The family too, my wife, and this finally gives me the power back to come in the real normal life. So I'm since 2010 retired person, and go to Bayern Munich games, and it helps, and it's nice to visit the people, the friends, to speak with them, and it's always a fantastic feeling, and gives me a lot of power in my life. So Bayern Munich means really a lot of me. Bayern Munich in my heart.
That's a fantastic story. It's not a fantastic story to see how the football has changed your life to get you back in and get you back on your feet again. And it's an incredible story. How many? Okay, here's another question. How many mini Michaels do you think you've inspired around the world?
Good question. That's a good question. I have one photo. I met one guy in a stadium. I think he was 10 or 11 years old, and he had a jeans jacket with patches. And I said, "Oh, that's fine." But yes, I see you, and I want to be like you. So yeah, that's fine. So when your birthday and on Christmas, you said you want a present, you want patches, and then you feel pretty cool. And I sent him a couple of later, and it was really funny. But I think because the people who wear coats like this, not so much in on whole Germany, that is maybe it's going down a little bit. But sometimes you see young people, and this makes it, oh look, fantastic, do it, it's really good, and that's fantastic.
And you are such a lovely person. At first, I told you this before, and when we first approached each other, I thought you were just a crazy guy. I thought, my word, it's like, is it just a craze for? I didn't know how to take you. And then we were on a podcast together, and what a lovely guy you are. What a lovely guy. And you deserve all of this. And I know that you go on TV shows, you go on podcasts, you go on all of. You deserve this, Michael. Really, you deserve this because you inspire. You inspire so many people, and it's like this is people sometimes don't realize, I suppose, how passionate people can be. But you're a true example of following your team everywhere.
Well, thank you so much for nice words. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic thing. So what's it been now? Going on to some and I bet you're hot in that, right? You
Yes,
must be.
I'm sitting under the roof, you know. Well, that's okay. That's the outfit of summer or winter. I have the same, and
Oh,
the hardest time it was 2005 German Cup final in Berlin, and there was 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that was hard, but yeah,
you couldn't come out of those clothes. You just had to be in the same clothes.
you have to drink more, and then everything is okay.
Yeah. So let's talk on another topic now that's
Yeah.
pretty close to us all, everybody on a global basis. What is this done to you with the COVID? Not being able to go to any games.
Yeah, it's a hard time. When I hear the Bundesliga will start again, I thought, is that good? Then I saw the first game, Cologne Mönchengladbach, and after 10 minutes, I turned off the TV. I said, "Hey, that feels like a test game or in the winter training camp, no atmosphere, nothing." Then I thought, what do I do when Bayern Munich is playing? We'll see. We test it, and we play in Berlin the first time, and I watched the first half and said, "Is that my football? What I want? Is that?" Then you have the option to make the stadium atmosphere, and I put that on. Said, yeah, it's not live, it's not the same. So I turn it off. first game was hard, and then I said, okay, that's the only chance to see soccer in this bad times at the moment. And the next game was better, and the next game was better. The emotions coming, and I scream and all this stuff, and yeah, it's not the same, but I said it's better than nothing, and because you see, soccer is business, it's a lot of money, and all the Germans need that, and everybody is hoping that they will find a weekend for that and all this stuff, that we can go to the stadium back again as soon as possible. I don't think this year, but hopefully next year, and this will be fantastic for all over the world to follow the soccer games and the fans, for all the fans in the world.
What is it like in your house? And I'm being very personal now, but what is it like in your house on match days? It's like, does everybody leave you alone, or do you kind of, what do they do? Do they think, listen?
Now I'm at home. Normally I'm in the stadium, but when I'm at home, I watch it alone or go to friends. At the moment, I watch alone, and it's yeah. We have two cats, and sometimes a cat is sitting on my feet, and then when Bayern Munich make a goal, it's like, you can't cry, because the cat is there, and so that's really hard. But we're not, and I cry that it's when I'm sitting inside the house and my wife is outside the garden, they hear me. So yeah, that is. I follow with my the whole spirit at home to cheer Bayern Munich from the couch.
And what is it like when Bayern Munich loses? Is it kind of they just stay away from you?
It depends. It depends what kind of game it is. When it's in the Bundesliga game, okay, I'm a little bit disappointed. Sure, you have to, but I remember 2012 Champions League game in Munich against Chelsea. Oh, I have friends in Chelsea. I met them 2004, and I met them 2012 again in Munich. It was a fantastic time. After the last penalty from Drogba was in. I sent them a text message, Mark, congratulations for the title. Game is over. I go with my friend to the underground station. I follow him. I don't know when they go to Madrid. I was following to Madrid. I was not there. I think I was a whole person, but I follow him. And then at the underground station, came a person and he asked me, excuse me, can you make a photo? I said, sorry, please, not today. This was the first time, no photos, only the first time. And then we go back to the bus, and then in the bus was silent back home, and then it was a really, really hard time for me. Also the next day when you read the press and you see all this stuff, and then was a fantastic feeling 1 year later in the home of soccer, England, German final in the fantastic Wembley Stadium to win this title. This was so fantastic, and all of the party and was I think this was that day. I think was the drunkenest day in my life ever when we won this title. But yeah, I met them one guy after the next Champions League season. I go to the bus again, and he see me. Hey, Bushman, hello. Oh, hello. I said, are you fit with this? I'm fit. And then he said to me, we drive 20 years in the bus to the game. And the final, I never see you so drunk. They said, everyone the cup, come on. That is not a reason to make a big party. He said, yes, correct. I was drunken too, so it was okay.
That's a brilliant story. The kind of let's go back to the what is it that you're with the football going to be? Nobody knows how we're going to move back into the stadiums and all that type of stuff, and it's all unknown at the moment. But what's your feelings on it? What do you hope that we're going to go back to normal? But what are the things that you're looking forward to?
Back to normal will be a long time. Now we will in a couple of regions where RB Leipzig is playing. They said they want to bring 1,000 people in the stadium when the new season starts. They decided to do that. In the Bavaria, I don't think so. You will see what happens, And I'm sitting every day in front of the TV and hope for a message, breaking news, we find a vaccine against COVID. That's my dream, to see that in the TV. And when that happens, I think it goes on and on and on. But we hope that the people do all stay safe, because at the moment in Germany the weather is warm, the people go out. Oh, COVID is gone. Look, nothing, and it's not so good. Maybe we get a second lockdown. So I hope the people are so clever and say, hey, COVID is still with us. So please make the difference 2 meters away. And yeah, it's hard, but I think 2021 will be the next the year that a lot of people can go back to the stadium. And then it's also a hard thing how you get a ticket. I think there will be a draw when you get only 1,000 or 2,000 people in the stadium. I think you have to draw for a ticket, and yeah, we will see. We can't look in the future, but I pray every day that we can go as soon as possible back to normal and back to the stadium.
It's just one of those things, I suppose, with this COVID that we've all had to deal with, is that you now you treasure those things that were so small sometimes that mean such a lot. And it's like everybody being on lockdown. You just appreciate things more. That you appreciate those things that you may have taken for granted.
Definitely, especially here in Germany, when you see other countries, when we see all the beds in Italy, or at the moment in New York, or in America, or in Brazil. Wow, it's really, really hard to see in the TV. So a lot of people say when we speak about, I see in Germany, you have everything under control. It's working fantastic. And I will be there. I said yes. So I'm happy to be in Germany at the moment. So I follow also in the press. Qatar looks also really good at the moment. They have everything under control too. So
the government here has done exceptionally well. There's kind of it's been unknown territory for everybody when dealing with this thing. But I feel really safe with being here.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, they're very proactive.
The people go back to normal. Now it's vacation time here in Germany, and you can fly to a couple of countries at the moment. And yeah, it looks like going back a little bit to normal, but in very, very small steps. And yeah, we hope we can. Everything is gone in a couple of months ago. That's my dream.
So do you think you're going to be at the next World Cup?
That's 2022. I hope, yeah. I think everything is gone, and then we will have a fantastic world champion in Qatar and Doha. I see the stadiums. A couple of them look so fantastic, so amazing. And I had a chance to, was 2016, I was there, from Michael from the Supreme Delivery Road to 2022. Get me an invitation for 4 days, and we come to the Al-Bida Tower and visit there. It was fantastic. They made a presentation to see all the stadiums, and wow, that looks really, really fantastic. So, and will also be the first World Cup with a short race. I think the shortest stadium is 25 minutes away. So everything is together, and underground station. I saw in the reports, and yeah, it looks good.
It's
really
incredible, good. Michael. Let me tell you, it's incredible. And they just they opened Al Bayat Stadium. And that looks just incredible. Absolutely.
I saw a couple of photos. Wow.
And I'm not joking. Can you remember? Well, I remember Roy Keane, and he brought out a thing about the prawn sandwiches brigade. This is taking that type of thing from a kind of the standard of the boxes, the corporate boxes. Yeah. You're going to have, it's just incredible. It is just incredible. And for the fans, I think it's going to be, I know that I'm biased because it's in Qatar, but I think it's going to be one of the best World Cups because you can actually get to all the games. Where else are you going to ever have that opportunity where you could actually get to most of the games in Qatar? Because they are very close to each other. And the transportation, the way that they've got everything ready now is just unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And the metro system, and they're working on things to make sure that they get everything perfect or to get as perfect as they possibly can. I can't wait for the World Cup here. I really can.
Yeah, looks really, really good. Also, I read that they want to make homes for the people that have not so much money. They want to make maybe ships to there you can sleep on, and cheaper hotels, because Qatar it's very expensive to stay in a hotel there. So I hope they make the prices a little bit down. But I know a couple of people have friends that earn the money for years to go to every World Championship, and then.
Yeah, Hamza's just joined us. Hamza, it's great to have you with us. Hi to you. This is Michael. Pleased to meet you.
Hello. Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum.
It is incredible. This World Cup is going to be brilliant, and it is a very and when it comes, the World Cup is going to be November, December,
Okay,
and
fine.
weather is going to be absolute. I'm kind of I don't want to tempt fate, but that time of year is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, but not not for the Europeans, because normally we have public viewing here in Germany in the summer, but November, December, it's a really bit cold to stay outside.
For us, it's a little cold,
Yeah.
but for everybody, yeah, we're just getting. We've got Hamza talking in. I don't know if you can see the thing that he's just said on the chat, but it's yeah. And the culmination is going to be on National Day here on the 18th of December, which again is going to be a special day.
That's it, yeah. That's it. Yeah, hopefully Germany will be a good part for the World Championships. Germany
I
will
would
be
like
keen,
to,
so, yeah.
because of the competition behind it with us, Michael, I would like to think that you were going out at the quarterfinals and we went on to win the finals. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think for me, I think 2021, all the players, I see a report that Qatar have a couple of good players in other countries and put them all together 2021 in the Aspire Arena, and then they take Pep Guardiola away from City, and then 1 year training under Pep Guardiola with players that play in the second or first league in Spain, France, Belgium, Netherlands. So it will be interesting to see.
It will be very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got to say that again. I'm terrible with names. If you've ever watched any of our podcasts, I normally got your surname right, but I'm terrible with names. But we've got the coach. They've got a Spanish coach with Qatar at the moment, and he's done a fantastic job. He really has done a fantastic job, and I hope he sees it through to the World Cup, because he has done a tremendous job with the team, and they really are. They were so impressive when they won the Asian Cup. It was just
yes. Was
yeah.
I saw a couple of pictures, and big success for Qatar to win the cup. Yeah, and
I'm sorry I'm just looking at what Hamza's writing, and just so that you know, he's an FC Bayern Munich supporter from Jordan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So you said
I know him. I sent him the information that I know now.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, and we have him on a video last week or before the German Cup. A friend of mine wanted to make a video for Bayern Munich. Say, come on, Bayern, go to Berlin and get the cup. And I said to him, do you need Bayern fans from all over the world in that video? I said, yeah, sure. And I contacted a couple of Bayern fan clubs in the world, and we get a lot of response. So he was with his friends, with his fan club, and he gave us also a video for that. And he was in the video, so this was fantastic. Thank you very much again for that.
Yeah, thank you, Hamza. Yeah. Thank you so much. And what does it mean? It's like when you've got like Hamza in Jordan. What is it like this all over the world where you've got Bayern Munich fans?
For me, it's unbelievable, That's what I watch also a lot of US sports, but and I can go. I saw a couple of NFL games, but for that, sitting there to watch Bayern Munich from the time change, maybe at 2 or 3 o'clock in the night, and you see how they love Bayern Munich, they feel, and when Bayern Munich send ex-players to the fan clubs for autographs and photo sessions or show the trophy, and you see the heart for the game and the kindness and the peaceful that the people are, so friendly. That's absolutely amazing, and for me, unbelievable that Bayern Munich have so much fans in the world, and it's really special to meet them, then the people, and they're so fantastic. And thank you everyone, the Bayern fans in the world. Also, I have 2 Qatar fan clubs in Bayern Munich, and I'm a fan member from the FC Bayern Munich Qatar fan club. So I hope they watch the game to show too.
Fantastic, yeah. Fantastic, Michael. And I just want to let people know before I let you go. Firstly, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show, because without people like you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, without people like you, sports is nothing. You're an inspiration to so many people, and people could look up and say, a sports podcast. It's like you are the reason why we've got sport. People like you that go out and travel 500 kilometers on every week to go and watch their team, to go and cheer their team on, to spend every little bit of money they earn on following their team, on creating friendships all over the world. You are, my friend, an inspiration, and it's been an absolute privilege to have you on the show today. I'm sorry that I said to you, if this is a good show, we're going to realize that we've been going on for 45 minutes. And that's exactly what it was today. We didn't get to talk about the teams. We didn't get to talk about the players. We got to talk about you. And that was the most important thing that I wanted to try and achieve today. And your story is just incredible. And I'm thanking you so much for sharing it with us. And when you do come to Qatar, you are my friend, and I will take you as many places as you want to see the whole country. It's a wonderful place, and I'll take you everywhere.
I know. Thank you very much, Steve. It's wow. Thank you so much for nice words. I really appreciate it. And yes, I hopefully the winter trainings came from Bayern Munich. I'm not sure they want to come this year because yesterday the schedule from the German Football Association was coming out, and it's I can't believe. The last game is on the 23rd of December, and they started again on the 2nd of January. So, yeah, it's because, then it's the European Championship 21 and all this stuff. So, Bayern Munich will play then when they start in September, 1 year, no break, nothing. Hey, that's no machines, that are human players. And I'm not, I think, in my opinion, it's not good. But we will see what happens. And one thing, yes, I was a friend. I met him a couple of times when I was in Doha. His name is Maya, and he take me to the desert one time, and this was wow. You see the ocean at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it's getting dark. We're sitting there with the cars getting out, and I remember that it was yesterday. You take a look in the sky and you see the stars, and it means like 1 meter away, if you can grab it. Silence. I never heard that in my life before. It was so fantastic. An absolutely amazing trip. I never forget. It was so great to be there.
I'm glad you said that, because Qatar, everybody wants to know what Qatar is like around the world, and it's up to us to be able to shine that light on them. It's a fantastic place. It's just a wonderful place to live in. And when you do go to the desert and you do kind of experience that hospitality that they offer, and the friendship and the beautiful places, it's just an amazing place to be.
Yeah, I met a couple of people there, and also this was also fantastic for me. We visited a hawk hospital. Hey, that was, I never seen it before in my life. I had one of my arm here. Hey, that was wow, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, there are a couple of nice places, and also the souks. Now I visit there, and you go there and you smell the Arabic taste, the pipes and all this stuff. And my first time I taken a water pipe. This was really nice. Yeah, apple with cinnamon. Oh, I like it.
It's a wonderful place, and you will be back there one day, because I'm going to take you there, and you can have cinnamon, apple, whatever you want. So I think Soetweg is one of the most favorite places that I love here. It's wonderful. But there's many more. But I'll bring you on that travels when you come across next time. Thank you so much for being a guest today. You're an amazing guy. Keep in touch. Now you're on my Facebook. Let's keep in touch, because I love your journey. Thank you
very much. Thank you very much, and all to the viewers. And thank you very much for being on the show. Shukran. Thank you. Bye bye from Germany.
Everybody, thank you very much for coming on the show today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you, and we were honoured. Today is going to be a special day, because we're going to have another podcast later on today, where we're going to be talking with the guys that have come second and third for the hackathon, Qatar Sports Tech Hackathon. So we're going to be interviewing the top three, which is going to be really special. So I'm looking forward to that. That's at 7:30 tonight. So please come on and listen to what experience they've learned and they've gathered and it's going to be a great one. I hope I do them justice. I'm going to be interviewing them, so come and join us. And thank you very much for this week anyway. It's been a wonderful to share these experiences with you and Michael. Michael, once more before I go, thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Take